Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, everybody.
Lori, you look different today.
What's up?
Oh no!
Is it the
Did
hair?
you dye your hahair?
Well, it is a new moon, so maybe something went down. I don't know.
All right. Wow.
Love the glasses. I mean, really.
Yeah.
It
My
makes
eyes
you
have
look
been
so
bothering me. I need a new haircut. You know.
the glasses make you look so tan.
Thank you. New change, girl. That's right.
Hey, you know what? You just got to go with everything. That just go with the flow, right?
Absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
awesome.
So everybody, please come to my channel, Lori. Yes.
So as you can tell, Lori from Way of Positive Change was not able to join us today. She is not feeling well. So we give her lots of love and throw some, healing energy towards her. But we did find somebody in the ether that said yes, that she would be able to join us. And to top that off, let's see. Let me see if I found somebody else. Hold on a minute.
Somebody else here?
Is somebody else in our boat? Who else is here?
In our boat?
Jeffrey!
Hey,
So here we go.
I
have found.
How crazy is it
I hear
that
everything.
Lori needs two people to take her place?
Exactly.
Right. That's
Right.
a big, huge compliment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So feel better,
Absolutely.
Lori. She's
Feel better.
My stomach still hurts. I don't care how many people take my place. My stomach hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, so we feel for her, but yeah, exactly. It takes two psychics to replace Lori.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking me to join. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you too. I was like, what am I going to do with my day? Should I go out shopping? And then I was getting out of the shower and I saw the message and I was like, oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Aren't you on the East Coast?
I am.
Me too.
You're just waking up?
No, they've been up for hours, or they should have been.
No,
I've been up a while.
I've been up for a while, but I did some things and then I took a shower.
Okay.
Thank goodness, because
because it was ripe.
Ripe color. Right.
Yeah, right.
Very right.
I'm gonna have like an offshoot line called funky.
Well, you see this? I have a scarf wrapped around my Buddha right here. This is one of Jeffrey's scarves right through here. I also have another one of his scarves right here that's hanging off one of my things up here.
Okay.
Whatever it's called. I can't think. Why can I never find an adjective while I'm live? I don't get it.
You need cue cards.
I do. Cue the adjectives.
I had so many things to talk about that was not hanging off my Buddha or hanging off. And still I go there. That's the matter with me.
It can't be helped.
I'm gonna maintain my ladyship. That's all I have to say.
Okay. We'll see how long that lasts, though.
Yeah, exactly. I did just wake up, so.
You're right.
And this is all Lisa's fault, I think, because she is the nasty woman. And so I think when she comes, she just brings all this out.
I thought I was on my best behavior so far. I haven't really even.
You are. That's the problem.
I was warming up.
Well, it's really, I have really had to tone down how I usually speak because of YouTube. Because everything is that 4-letter word, and I was like, So it's been very interesting. I've had to find new ways to communicate.
Oh wow, that's a big
yes.
deal.
I always tell it says we need to find the language of the world, and the language of the world really isn't into the F word as much as we think they are.
I know.
I really don't throw that one out that often, though. But I'm big on the S word, SH.
Yeah,
I do that one quite a bit. Yeah.
my favorite's crap.
Crap. Yeah.
Well, that's acceptable though.
Crap's not
You
bad.
get to use that a lot these days.
Yep,
That's true.
exactly.
Yeah.
So welcome to everybody in the chat. I hope you are going to
Yay.
enjoy
Yeah,
today.
hello everyone. I never watch the chat. It's too confusing. It's too distracting.
I'm trying
I
to
have
pull
a
it
lot.
up, but it's
I tend to watch the chat, but I can jump back and forth. But hi, everybody in chat.
hi everybody in the
Yes.
chat.
Hello.
I'm seeing some familiar names in there. Yeah. Hi, guys.
Yeah, we kind of have all the same subscribers sometimes. You know, they all just kind of go around. They have a lot to do today. I mean, they have, I think Scott from, why can't I think of his name?
Spiritual Lessons.
Spiritual Lessons. I think they were live today. I know that
With
also
Andrea
Autumn.
and Debbie. Yeah.
Debbie's
Andrea,
going
Debbie,
on
yeah.
soon. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Autumn
Sunday
is
is a big
probably
day for
heading.
everybody.
Yeah, Autumn is going on. Autumn is there every day. If anybody wants to, like Black and Orange Tarot, if everybody needs a political fix every single day, Autumn is there for you. Every single day, she will give you a political reading fix. She runs her platform like top notch. She is so good. She said, she takes questions from the chat and then she reads on them. So if you ever need your daily fix of political readings, she's definitely your go-to.
Yeah, she's great.
Yep. So other than that, I was on the chat with Lisa and Sharon last night, and Danny and I, and we all had a great time there too.
Right. Yeah, we did. Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah. So these are just the fun things that we do as a community. Even the readers, trying to. Also with Footprint Tarot, she's in the chat. So you guys ever need
Hi,
Chrissy down
Chrissy.
under. Yep. Chat. She definitely does a great job there. So these are the things that we do as a community and as people in the chat is we do and we support. I always think this, like I want to watch them because I want to support them. I want to, let them know that they are just as important to me as anybody else. And I hope that I put that out there. I hope that everybody understands.
Your supportive energy shows. It does.
Okay, good.
All you guys.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have a perfect here. So we have Gemini, Pisces. Danny's Pisces.
What?
And
he's Cancer.
I'm Cancer Gemini.
Why do I keep on thinking you're Pisces?
Well, because I'm always in the water. Well, I want to be in the water. I'd like to be a fish.
Cancer. Yeah, Cancer. Sorry about that. And then we have Scorpio. And then we have Lisa. Hold on, she told us who she was. Libra. So she's our stability. She's the one that's going to keep the Gemini down.
Okay. I'll try.
It's Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars is what it is. It's Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars.
There we go.
Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We have a nice little
array.
Yeah, nice little get together. All right. So what I would love to have everybody do is go around the gamut and tell if there's anything going on your channel, if there's any news, if there's anything coming up, and let us know. So we're going to head and start with Jeffrey. What do you got going on your channel?
Well, today I did a major Lions Gate. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Because usually I do a video every day. And they're usually like, I don't know, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. But I just went there. I just completed that. It was like a 28-minute portal. and and I do weeklies for all signs. I do monthlies for all signs. I do healing, which I don't really talk about much, but I'm starting to talk about more. I do IET, which is integrated energy therapy. So basically it's calling in the angels and you contact me and you're like, this is what I'd like to transform in my life. I want more money and I want to let go of fear, or I want more love and I want to let go of doubt or something like that. Anyway, I call in the angels and then I could do it remotely and it's enormous energy, so I get it too. I don't know how else to say it. So, you know, and it's like if Reiki is a feather, this is like the flock of seagulls.
Oh, it's so 80s.
It's really,
A flock of seagulls.
I don't know how else to say it. Isn't that a group?
That is a group.
Yeah.
And I ran.
So I do that, and I do one-on-ones, and I make textiles.
Fantastic. And you make beautiful scarves.
Yes, I make
That's
scarves
great.
and pocket squares, and I
One
make
of a
bags,
kind.
and I make I make one-of-a-kind T-shirts, and I also have astrology T-shirts.
I want one of those.
I'm very
They're really
envious
cool.
of anybody who's crafty like that. I think that's really cool. I love that you do that.
That's how I relax, by doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's nice.
And I enjoy, and this is something that what attracted to me to you, Jeffrey, was when I went onto your channel, your voice and your calm. I don't know what it is about the sound that comes from you is very soothing and healing. I just want you to know that.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Nice. Aw.
It's that healing energy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, God. Now he's going to over-exaggerate throughout the whole thing. In my reading this evening.
Exactly.
Jeffrey,
All right,
I am your father.
That's right.
I used to know a guy who worked on the radio, and his voice, his speaking voice, was so smooth. It was like he could do any commercial. But then in person, it was like
Nails on a chalkboard.
he just didn't know. He could read a script, but to actually interact with somebody, it was like really challenging. It's like,
Oh, wow.
it was very strange.
Yeah,
That is
those are the
strange.
psychosis where we can show up in public and be who we are. That's psychosis. Anyways, so Lisa, what's going on with you?
Speaking of psychosis,
Yeah,
let me talk about myself.
psychotic. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm part of the Nasty Women channel. I'm on with Sharon Lee, and we mainly do readings. We do personal readings. Lately, we've been doing something kind of new. It's kind of a concept we're sharing with Debbie on Freebird Spirit. We actually have 6 categories, and we'll roll a die, and each number represents, like, one is ETs, one is politics, one is personal.
Oh, cool.
We're doing that kind of thing. It's not, we're on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, but we seem to do the die thing more on a Tuesday, and then Saturdays we kind of.
Is there a name to that whole show?
Well, we call it the Tarot Lounge on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So that's it. It's really laid back. We interact with the chat. We end up being goofy for the whole first hour, and nobody really asks any question. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's like a virtual nightclub. It's bizarre. It's taken on a life of its own. And then about an hour in, everybody's like, well, let's start asking questions. So then we do that. But yeah. Monday, we're going on with the Soul Sisters Tarot.
Oh.
Tomorrow, gosh, I forgot. I think it's 9:30, but it's on our community tab. And then Tuesday, we do the Tarot Lounge on our channel again. So, but yeah, the die thing has been really fun. I've really been.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch that. Yeah, I want to catch that. Hey, send me a text, Lisa, when you guys do it, so I can.
Okay, yeah.
Make
And
a
on
moment to watch it. Yeah, so say, hey, we're just about ready to go on because I really want to watch that.
Sure. And then Freebird Spirit, she kind of came up with it first because she and I did a collab where it was just the two of us, but she was on our channel. Sharon was spending time with family and stuff. And she had brought a little bag. She called it the grab bag. So she had the names of the different things in her little bag.
Are you talking about Debbie?
Debbie, yes. Debbie did.
She is brilliant, isn't she?
She's amazing.
Oh, I just love her.
She has the most fantastic hair. I love her hair.
I love Debbie.
she's
Everybody loves
brilliant.
Debbie. Yes.
I love
that
her
was
creativity.
Debbie's idea first. And then when Sharon came back, we decided to roll the die and add topics and make it 6 topics.
Mm-hmm.
And now Debbie has increased her bag, and she's got 6 things in her bag. So
Oh yeah, she's brilliant.
She's increased her bag.
she's increased her bag. Sometimes you got to max out your bag.
You do.
A girl needs a bag every once in a while.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, that's all that's going on in my world.
Color joke, really.
That's cool.
So I also heard that you guys were doing something close to the name of the remote. You were saying something that you guys were going to go do like something else. I forgot
On
what you
our
guys
channel?
were. Your channel or somebody else's channel? You were going to do something intuitive remote or inquisitive remote. Do you remember any of that? No. Okay.
I
Maybe
don't
it's just
remember
me
that.
going crazy. Maybe it was
We
somebody
did
else.
we did psychic squares on Heart and Soul Connected. That's
That was
supposed to go on. Yeah, Danny was around for some of that. So
Yeah.
little hint.
Psychic squares is like Hollywood squares.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got to remember to get Jeffrey involved in all of this. He's the best.
I want to
ever.
be Paul Lind. If I can't be the center square, I don't want to do it.
I want you to be the center square. You have to be the center square. And
I
you get
wanted
to
to
dress.
be Paul Lynn, and I was not good at it. It was.
And I don't even know who I tried to be, but it went all to hell. It was terrible. But
all right,
whatever.
Danny. So what do you got going on your? I know, honey, you are so busy now that you.
I know you really are busy. I subscribed to you before you had like I think I subscribed to you when you had like 300 people or something like that.
Yeah.
I
know you were one of the first people. Yeah,
that's great.
I have nothing. I have no life. So.
Oh, come on.
So I don't have anything. I just come on and read.
You don't have any collaborations coming up or anything?
No,
like
I do have a collaboration coming up. Sunday I'm doing one with Sheila, Jeffrey, and Lisa. Oh, that's right now.
Oh wait.
Friday.
That was a miracle. You manifested that.
I see.
That was like the magician.
I'm doing some collaborations. Obviously, we're doing one Friday with Lori. We're going to pick that up.
Yes.
Scott and I are going to be doing a man cave coming up next Tuesday, I think. I have to talk to you about that, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going to be in the man cave, I think.
Yes.
It's like sports outfits and stuff.
Honey, you would fancy that up.
I hope I don't get one of like a sports team that doesn't exist anymore because I really.
the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
It's like it's been a while.
It's been a while. So yeah. So anyway, it's just I do my Sunday show, which I love, and then I do the political stuff, which just drives me nuts. But
we're gonna go into some political.
I'm so I'm like watching just the shit show go down, and you just get caught up in it, and I get caught up in it, and I try to raise my elevation, and I get thrown back down in again because I want to see these guys go down. Although
we just hover, remember, just hover. Don't go back in. Just hover.
Yeah, thank you.
We just hover over the top of it. Yeah, just hover.
I am a dragonfly. I am a dragonfly hovering.
Exactly. With your spotlight. I mean, we can have spotlights. We can look and see in the nooks and crannies. Yep. Just hover and bring your spotlight so that we can look and see. Danny, I do believe that you're one of Linda G's favorites now. I think she's in love with you. Yeah, I do.
Oh, is she crushing on Danny?
I think so, yeah.
I saw the first one. I haven't been watching people. I've been busy, but I saw the first. It was really, really good. You and Linda had a good, it was a nice.
You guys were cute.
I mean, she is so awesome. She's so awesome.
She's really lovely. She did one recently. I don't even know. She talked about how like the gift came. For me, it was like the most important thing she'd ever done. The first 10 minutes of a certain video that she did, and she talked about what her gift was about, and it was so powerful. For me, it was more powerful in a way than the political readings. I thought it was like, wow.
She was on our channel recently, and she really didn't read. She was like, let's do some mediumship stuff with some celebrity stuff. So we did that. We didn't really throw cards while she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She's sweet. Right now, I think she had a procedure. She's kind of recovering from a procedure.
Mhm.
I know. I looked it up because it's like I want to look like I'm 19 next week.
Are you going to do it, Jeffrey?
Go for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so thank you guys, everybody, for doing that. And yes, I actually have another collaboration that I'm going to do with Water Bonita. She's the one that does the Taza cups. Did you guys see that? I thought that was fantastic. Well, her and I,
You're the collaboration queen. You know that.
Yes,
you bring
really
everybody in, and it's awesome.
She's the Merv Griffin.
Well, I just want everybody to
in the nicest way, because for me, Merv Griffin was such a great talk show host because he allowed everyone to be themselves. It wasn't like shticky.
Right.
Like he's inviting you into his living room and he's like, what do you do? What's interesting to you? And he would let them talk and talk. It was very civilized.
Yes, I love that too.
I love
Thank you.
Thank you.
Remember it too. Yeah, I've learned to let everybody move about the cabin freely and enjoy it.
Right.
So it's an incredible enjoyment for me. So I'm going to do that. So here's the thing with Cassandra that I'm going to do. This is a Water Bonita with her Taza cup. So we've picked two people to do Taza. She's going to do a Taza cup on. And then I am going to do a grand tableau at the same time she's doing her Taza cup.
Oh.
To make sure, to give a little bit more depth and weight into her cup. And she's excited about it. Her and I have talked about it and she's like, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to try to figure out, that's going to be on August 25th. I've got to figure out, I think either maybe a live or maybe taped, because I have to figure out how to do the camera to go on to the grand tableau. So anyways, technical problems is my issue. But anyway, so that's coming up. And then, of course, hopefully Lori is feeling a lot better. I think we have rescheduled for Friday at the same time. I think around 10:30, same time as this. So Lori is going to come back on with Danny and I. And I think that's about it for right now. I might have some more things going on, but I just can't think of it right now.
Well, you have your Dave Johnson going.
Oh, yeah. I always have Dave Johnson once a month. Dave Johnson, who comes onto my channel. Yes, definitely. And he did an excellent interview with Inquisitive Kim.
Intuitive.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, you have to go watch that. That was fantastic.
I turned up on my feed, but I didn't watch it. She's amazing. She's so loving.
Yes.
She's very loving.
You can tell it all comes from a very soft, warm place.
Yeah.
Everything he says. Yes.
So there's that. All right, so let's get to everybody's happy. Okay, let's get to the demons and then start reading on the demons.
So much for that.
So, wait a minute.
I only do this as a guest star. It's too much for me. It makes me crazy.
Same.
Yeah. All right,
let's do this.
And everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up and showing your support.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
I see Clarence in there.
Yes, Clarence. Yes, I was trying to see if anybody wanted to go ahead and name off any of the people that they see in there as friends or foes.
Sharon Sipe. We got P44, Harmony, Teresa Ford.
Yeah,
and we got Sheila Inquisitive Tarot out too. Hey, Sheila.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Sheila.
Hey, girl.
The Sheila.
Pammy is here.
Pammy.
Lisa Foster. Lisa Foster lives not far from me, apparently.
Oh.
What's up, neighbor?
Julie's in here. Yep. Harmony. Lori Miller. Sherry. Karen
Ellen
Johnson. Jazzy.
Great group.
Yeah. All right. So here is the first question up. So will Sarah Huckabee Sanders become the next governor of Arkansas? If anybody remembers this little demon, she was
yes. Remember.
Because everybody, yeah, she used to be. I think didn't she used to be Trump's
Press secretary.
Press secretary.
press secretary? Yeah, she had that monotone bitch resting face.
The resting
you know what
bee
I mean?
face. Yes.
Yeah, the resting bee face, and she she has that going on. So everybody was worried about her being the next governor of Arkansas. So let's go ahead and read on her and see what her fate is coming up. Yes, Danny.
Just think of the two press secretaries, her and Jen. I mean, it's such night and day.
Night and day. Yes,
day.
exactly.
You know, with all of the other guys' press secretaries that were just.
It is like an alternate universe. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And Jen is so good. And she's just like.
She is. She knows. She definitely comes back with, the president's human too. I'm like, nothing like reminding
That's
Fox
sad.
News.
Yeah.
That our president is human, just like you.
That's really funny.
All right, so let's see what Sarah Huckabee, what her fate is, and see what's going on with her.
All right.
I mean, I watched her do an interview, and she literally had to talk away her religion to accept the Cheeto as somebody she supports. I mean, she literally had to do that. So, all right. Whoever throws down first, they can go for it.
So I'll go because this popped out real quick.
Okay.
Ooh, what is it?
The Eight of Cups, walking away. So I'm getting a pretty good no about things. She's got she's going to continue working on this campaign, so she's not walking away yet. Obviously, she's got loss. She's feeling this loss. I think she's going on a new journey. So it's not going to be the governorship, but she's moving on to something else, a younger energy. She's not, this is not her. She is not in a green field. She's more here, but I think she's going somewhere else.
What cards are those?
These are my Fountain Tarot.
They're pretty.
Okay. I got in this deck, I got the Queen of Swords, which is the painter, but I got the Five of Wands, which is strife. And I think she does really want to use a lot of creativity in her own world to kind of hang in there. I think she likes the environment. I think she likes being in the spotlight, but kind of not really. She hates the negativity, but she wants to be important, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I did get strife, so I think she's going to really have a hard time doing it. And
do you think she hates the negativity?
She tries to put a spin on the negativity. I think it wears her out, but she kind of thrives off of it, I guess, a little bit. But she's manipulative, very manipulative.
No.
I got the devil on her back. So, I mean, that pretty much sums it up, and I don't even feel like I need to throw any other cards. But yes, exactly what you're saying. Yeah, she does. I guess it's the whole thing. Bad press is even good press for her. So I guess I think it stresses her out, especially when it's something, because I remember specific reports of her reaction when somebody attacks the way she looks, and that's a superficial thing to do. But but yes, just things that just kind of make her want to push back. I think she is all in on that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah, right.
She's wacky. But that's
yeah, she is. Somebody put in the chat. It's a Kate Kale, Queen of Alternative Facts.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, that's funny. What do you got, Jeffrey?
Well, when you first asked the question, I got an immediate no. I just got an immediate no. And then I started throwing cards. Now, if I didn't get the immediate no, it would have been a yes. Because I got actually I got this, so I feel like something else is going to be offered. And then I get something else offered. And I get, this is not really her destiny. She's supposed to be doing something else. Something else offered, yet again.
Wow.
It's about the spotlight. However, this other thing that's offered, I don't think is going to work out. But I think she, it's almost like it's like you're offered two houses, right? And everyone thinks you're going to take this one, but you take that one instead, and you take it, and it's like, oh, I didn't realize like there was no plumbing and no electricity, and it was at the bottom of the valley, and there's a lot of rain here. So I don't think, but it's not her destiny. That's what I'm really getting. It's like this. It's not her destiny.
Yeah.
To be there, because I got an immediate no, and I have to go with like what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I got the Queen of Cups. So like, she's highly emotional. She would be one of those. I don't know what her birthday is, but she's like one of those highly emotional women. Like, not that they're crying over great stuff. She's the over emotional, behind the scenes. What's going on? Why is everybody talking about me? What are they doing? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? You know what I mean? She's like that emotional about anything that comes her way. But I also got the grief card, the loss and the grief card. So we have the Five of Cups and the Lovers and the heartbreak. So everybody knows who she's attached to. She's attached to the heartbreak of Trump. She's attached to the heartbreak of the Republicans. And that's, I think, is the loss and the grief is like, no, you guys think that you're backed by this guy, but we don't have to choose you if you don't want to. There's also another one is that she's burdened. Now that may be the relationship that you were talking about in yours, Jeffrey, is the burden. She has that burden. There's something else that she should be doing, because I get the Four of Pentacles, like she's either hoarding something or not telling something, and something else is in her way that she's holding on to. Because I also get the Six of Swords where she's walking away. So there's something else in her vicinity. There's something else going on. So I also get a no. I mean, I only get a no. I get a no. She's not going to be in there. So,
Gotcha.
Well, both what Sheila and Lisa said, when you were talking, there's something about her. She's very, very attached to the negative. There's something like in her karma or in her makeup. I don't know. Yeah. Some people, it's like
always defensive. So defensive.
Yeah, she wants to hang herself on misery. It's like part of her path or something.
Have you ever come across people like, I can't stand drama, but there's like a big old huge there's a big old huge bomb going off in their background.
Absolutely.
I can't stand drama. Like, really?
Yeah. That's a real
all right.
And it's like, getting back to to what Lisa and what you all were saying about how she's kind of sensitive to the negative comments. I keep forgetting they just don't seem like people to me, and I know that's not right, but they push back on everything that seems to be for the good of humanity, and they're against that. So I almost get the sense that, when I'm watching them, that they're not human anymore, but they really are. They really do feel things as other people do. But I still don't see it. I think they're like little robots to me.
Their sensitivity is so spotty. Yeah, the things
maybe
you would
that's
expect them to be sensitive over, they're not.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get all emotional over this random thing. It's like, well, where was this, a week ago when
right?
we
Yeah.
need to address these issues?
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally get where you're coming from, Danny, on that. It's crazy.
So I was raised in a religious body. If anybody is in a religious church or anything like that, this is not a slight to you. Please, if you're enjoying it and it's working for you, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to speak completely and 100% of my own experience with me being in a organized religion. I remember my religion. I was 7 or 8 years old, and they were talking about they finally were allowing the African American man to hold the priesthood. And my radar went like, what do you mean? all of a sudden somebody of color is going to be allowed to be into your church, right? So this is the desensitizing that they have done to everybody. They were okay to have this religion. They were okay to be in there and exclude another human being. It's that desensitizing that they have been doing to everybody and all the Republicans. They are desensitized. They're desensitized of watching the American flag being disgraced.
Yeah.
They desensitized of being prejudiced and excluding another human being. They're desensitized to the treatment of a child. How dare you not protect another child, a child from a disease? I don't care if they're going to make it through or not. That is inappropriate. It's inappropriate. It's not okay to put a child in harm's way of any disease whatsoever, even a cold. You know how many parents walk around trying to keep their children from getting a cold, and yet you're okay with them being exposed to a coronavirus. The desensitizing that they do, and that I think is the most thing. Like, she is desensitized. You know what I mean? And
It's
this is
the
where we
way
have
they
lost
define
it.
everything. It's
Yeah.
because of the way they define everything. Absolutely.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew at 7, 8 years old that whatever my parents are doing and bringing me into this organized religion, I have rejected the moment they said that. And I don't know what makes me different. I have no idea, because there's a lot of children that still, that didn't get this. But I remember going, this is not right. This is not right. And so that's what I think is going on with them, is they're desensitized. Okay. I'm off of my soapbox. Blah, 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 blah. On to the next demon. Let's see what we have.
Oh, there's so many demons.
Is that DeSantis?
A little time.
I mean, since we're talking about that, are we going there?
Let's do DeSantis. Let's do him.
Satan?
No, I mean that didn't sound right.
Satan?
Let's see where he's going, because he was at 55% approval rate. After he went out and says, we are not going to mandate anybody, and if any of the schools mandate that they have to wear masks, I'm going to defund you. I mean, and then he comes out and says, we are free to choose. I'm like, you just threatened people that were able to free to choose.
Right.
That's the desensitizing that they really are up against. So let's see what's going on with him.
So what's the exact question?
The exact question is, DeSantis, is he's going to move forward in his career or not?
Is he up for election?
2024.
2024.
Jackie, I know you're here. Jackie, help me out. When is DeSantis up for re-election? $2024. Connie Brown says.
Okay. Thank you.
2020. Wait. We got 2024 and 2022. So
we should pull cards on it.
Right. Let's throw cards. I'm throwing cards.
I mean, we're positive it's not right, but that's what we should go for. It's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. 2022. I think it's 2022, but let's get a confirmation. I think it's. We're getting more 2022 than, okay, so 2022. Okay. If anybody else has already laid down, go for it.
All right, I do have something. I did get the 7 of Wands, and I think he's going to have a little opposition on this. I'm not so sure it's going to work out for him. That's kind of what I'm getting off of this card, but which is odd, guys. I did get the Wheel of Fortune. So he's got something. Someone is on his side, and I don't know if it has. Oh gosh, I don't know. Yeah, because I got the Justice card as well, and I almost want to put these together. Maybe the luck is on the side of justice. Let's do that. I kind of want to put these together because I got the. Let's make this the way I want it to be. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously. But with these two cards, they were thrown pretty much side by side. I did get justice, and then the wheel was the card that I threw before it. So I think that the luck is on the side of justice with that. And then, interestingly enough, my last card I got was King of Cups. And guys, we know that that's kind of the Biden card, right? King of Cups. So there's a lot of influence there with the Biden supporters, I think, to maybe make it not happen for DeSantis, is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Wow.
that makes my cards look. I now understand them better.
Oh, nice.
Yes, me too.
I'm like, what the
Excellent.
heck is going on? Who else is Jeffrey? You got them? Or Danny?
When I first started, I was like, I don't think he's going to make it to 2022. That's what I was sort of feeling, or initially. Okay, so he's been very steady, doing his thing, but there's dirty money in the house, and it's going to come out. And strife, and I'm a very fast reader.
I love the way you just do that. That's great.
Out in the cold. Out in the cold. So I think that something is going to be uncovered. Something dirty with money. That's what I think.
You know, I was feeling uncover off of my Biden card. I think there is something that's going to be uncovered.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And what was your first card, Jeffrey?
The steadfast one. The one who doesn't move.
Knight of Pentacles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I go too fast? I'm sorry.
No, honey.
That's what I get. I just get like there's something it's almost like you put together like a piece of furniture with the wrong screw or something, and like it's just not going to last. You're going to put one thing on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it.
That's so funny. I see this chair, you know, and he's building this chair.
And like the wrong person sits on it, and then it's done. It's like, do you know what I mean?
It's like, because you put the bag of screws you didn't use in the drawer.
Right. All the screws, wonder what happened.
And it's like, oh! Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Oh,
totally get it.
Like I put something together and I'm like, I have all these leftover parts. So like, what's going on? I don't
know. Get the duct tape.
Right. Right. This could be strife information coming. I mean, there's a positive and negative to this card. Right. But I feel like there's all this stuff going to come through suddenly, you know? Yeah. That's what I think. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
What did you get, Danny?
Well, I got something really similar. He does have the Magician. The first card I threw was the Magician card. So he's just going to keep fighting and fighting. He's going to keep pulling rabbits out of his hat. He's going to keep in there. It's really hard for him. It's a hard road. It's not going to be easy. A lot of darkness around this. And then I got him winning at any cost. But this is also maybe some people walking away from him. And I'm going, okay, so is he winning? I pulled 3 more cards. I got the Ace of Wands. New information is coming out. I got the Queen of Cups reversed. And when you all were talking about information pouring out, the Queen of Cups normally has that cup with the lid on it. It's upside down.
Letting it out.
Information's coming out. And then I also have the Knight of Wands, which is new information coming out. So I think he's got some new information coming out that is going to burden his chances. I didn't see necessarily him not winning because he's got this Magician card here. But it's going to be really hard for him. A lot of stuff is going to be coming out.
Lots of obstacles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, guys, because it makes all my cards make sense. Okay.
Wrap it up for us.
Yeah. Well, the first one I got was the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm like, why is he down to earth? What is going on? He's going to be connected to all of the problems that are going on in Florida, the hurricanes, the water problems, all of that. He's going to be connected to the earth of Florida. And I thought that's really weird because he's going to have to withdraw. He's going to have to change priorities in order to get Florida under control. I mean, literally, Florida is, COVID, Delta. They have water problems, none of the waters they can use. And then they have to deal with hurricanes that are coming. I have psychically, and a lot of people have, there's hurricanes that are coming to take them out. And they're also having problems with sinkholes. There's a county there that has literally major sinkholes that are going on. So he's got some serious problems, and he is worried. He is literally worried. And it's almost like the Empress. Now, I got the Empress on this, and the Empress has a lot to do with, help and stuff like that. Is he going to mama? Is he going to his wife? Is he trying to figure it? You know what I'm saying? He's really worried. He's like, I need my mommy, because he's this worried. And he has that, but he's hiding it sort of, because it's coming out in his anger and his lack of compassion. It's coming out that way. I also have the King of Swords, where the star, right? The King of Swords is representing of the Republicans at this point in time. The King of Swords, especially the inverted, the overly critical, dominant, tyrannical, or I can't say that word right now. Violent, violent, vengeful, bias. That, and we also have the star coming out. So he's like, they're trying to literally shift loyalty from Trump to DeSantis right now, and that is what they're trying to do to shift that loyalty from somebody. So the worst little death Santis is, the more the loyalty is probably that's their game plan. Is the worse he is, maybe the loyalty will shift to him. Because I got the Ten of Pentacles and then the Ace of Pentacles, which is that wealth. They need wealth, and they need logistics. Which the Ace of Pentacles came in inverted, which is that decreased income and lack of security. So I have a feeling that it's not going to work. Nothing has worked. Nothing. It's
I'm hanging on what you said about the worse he is, the more loyalty is going to go to him. Is that piggybacking off of the whole victim mentality thing, where when they do terribly, horrible, people have just, they're having a hard time, and this is why.
Yes.
So let's back them up. That whole thing.
Yeah. Yes, I feel sorry for you.
It's weird. It's really weird.
It's bizarre. But his race is no, it's like how a cat has an indifference to you.
Sure.
Like, you can be here or you can be not here.
Right.
This is where he is in his persona. Like, I am going to say whatever I want, and I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. That's where he's at.
That's unfortunate.
When you were talking about the Empress card, and you mentioned Earth changes, and Florida is so ripe, and I'm not trying to pick on Florida, but Lori's not here, so I can. Nobody's from Florida in here, but Florida is so vulnerable.
Absolutely.
And we just got a huge bit of news about the Gulf Stream and how it has the potential to shut down, and it can shut down really quick. So some scientists say, it's not going to happen for a couple of years, but it can shut down. And I think in the past it has shut down relatively quickly, and that's going to devastate Florida if that Gulf Stream shuts down and we don't have it's like cutting off an artery to the earth.
Yes, it is.
And so when you were saying the Empress, when you pulled that up, that's what I got, is Mama Earth is going,
folding up on
people.
them. Yeah.
Well, let's read on that.
I got to hit on Mother. When you pulled the Emperor, I got to hit too. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. The land is in charge here. You think, oh, I'm the governor. It's like, yeah, when the hurricane wants to come, when the it's all built on Carl, please.
Like it's bigger than you, dude.
Ruled by Pisces. You know, Florida is a Pisces state. It could turn, it could, you know. Yeah.
Miami can be up underwater. It could be underwater. What are you going to do there? You know, it's like
they're gonna all be sitting with it like water up to here with their alcohol on the beach. Yeah, let's party.
and the real estate in Miami has maintained its price even through all this. It's like something doesn't really smell right.
Oh, there's a lot of things that don't smell right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at the economy and you go, how does this make sense? You know, it doesn't. You know, because I think we're just manufacturing money, throwing money at everything. And how's that going to sustain itself?
Well, we never can fix.
That'll crash eventually. That'll all cave in.
Well, you think. I kept thinking it was going to do that years and years and years ago, but they just keep making more and more money. Can they make more and more Bitcoins?
I don't even understand that.
I have tried to wrap my head around the Bitcoin concept. I just don't. I'm not.
I don't get it either.
I really do try. I've tried to read on it. I don't get it though.
Jeffrey, do you accept Bitcoins for your fabrics?
You know, initially, when I used to have another company, and when I just made T-shirts, and I signed up for Bitcoin because it was like, okay, you want to pay me? I was like, you know, it's alternative and good, but nothing ever happened with it. And then I did something else. I mean, I would, whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to mention too, we are, you know, let's send a lot of loving energy to the people who are in Florida and let them know that we really care. We sometimes as readers make a little joke of it just to relieve the pain that we feel. I want them to understand that it's really, truly heartbreaking for us to know that people in Florida or Texas or anything like that are suffering. I don't ever think that just because we make a little joke means that we are indifferent or that it. We want you, all of you, to know that we care and that we would do anything to help you.
Absolutely.
So I just want to put that out there that even though we're making little jokes and stuff like that, we're talking about the people like who follow Trump, not. You know.
Hey guys, I'm in Kentucky. I understand.
Can you please do something about your senator?
Oh, don't even get me started.
It's all Lisa's fault.
It's all my fault.
So
why do you think I'm so nasty?
Yeah, so just know that we mean absolutely zero when we're, you know, kind of making a joke. We just want to relieve the pain that we feel. That's kind of our. If you ever met a lot of the readers like we do, that's kind of sometimes how we handle it, is by humor. So just know that. All right, so let's read about the Gulf of Mexico. I want to see if anybody can pick up on the element.
Gulf Stream.
The Gulf Stream.
So
Gulf
it goes up the Atlantic, and it goes, I don't know where it starts, but it goes all the way up into the Arctic Circle, Antarctica, and it cools off, and it's just and it goes all around the Atlantic.
The planet.
What's that?
So
it goes around the whole planet.
Oh,
there's basically a stream. I mean, it's all attached. You know, it's really. I mean, we think of it as like, oh,
well, technically, sure,
one ocean. You know,
absolutely, yeah, it's all connected.
I thought it was mainly in the Atlantic that it went in.
Maybe
I think the stream itself is.
You know, because like when they used to take stuff out of the Caribbean and bring it up to Europe, there's like a flow that goes that way.
Yes.
But there's also the Humboldt current on South America.
Yep, you're right.
Side, and then there's another current around the bottom of Africa, whatever. It's
like the Earth's arteries.
It's like
Robin E. said Atlantic conveyor. That makes a lot of sense.
The conveyor belt, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so what's the question specifically? Just a minute.
Okay, so the question is, does this read the ocean? Let's just do it that way and see if there's anything that's going to stop or go or anything like that. And Marie Hansen has asked for us to read on Texas next.
Okay.
So don't let me forget, because that's how I am. But let's read and see about the ocean, what's going on with the ocean. Because any one of those stopped, any one of that stopped, and it has stopped in the past. If I remember right, I remember learning about how everything worked, but it had stopped and it reversed itself at one point in time back in the day, millions of years ago when I was alive.
When you were in second grade?
When I was in second grade, exactly.
You had the lunchbox with the dinosaurs on it?
Exactly. I was born just before the earth started to cool. Yeah.
Whoa, yikes.
All right. So what do we got?
All right, I have a little bit of something.
Yeah.
All right, go for it, hon.
I'll just throw it out there. We'll see what happens here. I got two different, I threw 5 cards, and I got actually 2 aspects of the whole thing off of what I threw. I'm kind of getting a spiritual side, but I'm kind of getting a scientific side with it. Okay. And this is what I mean. I got the Hierophant. So, that's the spiritual portion of it, I believe. And you can see this is all of us, and this is Mother Nature is kind of where I'm going with this card. And I think that's us kind of. A few people probably are really starting to realize that is a true factor. Mother Nature is trying to say something for sure. I got also on the spiritual side, I got Temperance. And I'm feeling like this card is just indicating that we need to pay attention. I think that there's definitely a message that's supposed to be relayed to all of us, whether you're in Florida or not, because whatever this is, I think it's coming for all of us. I think the imbalance, as we can see, and we got the fires, we've got the Gulf Stream, we've got the earthquakes, we've got all these different weird high temperatures, global warming, whatever. It's time to stop and really pay attention to what's going on. Scientific side, I got the Page of Voices, and this is the Page of Swords in my deck. And I always see this as a very scientific card, just because she looks like she's just really on the case. And I do think the scientists are really.
The glasses are fantastic.
Aren't they great? Yeah. She looks great. And I got the 4 of Inspiration, which is the 4 of Wands. And I think there's actually a team of people somewhere in a little basement trying to figure out what is going on with the planet. And that's part of the scientific side too. And my last card is the 2 of Inspiration, which is 2 of Wands. And this is the search for solutions.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, and this card, I think, goes on both the spiritual and the scientific side. I think that there is a search for solutions for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny, what do you got?
I was a little confused with the first cards I pulled, so I shuffled a new deck and I got the same. I'm not going to add anything else to what Lisa says, except this is my Los Caribo deck, and this is the Knight of Chalices. But you look at this guy; he's riding on a dragon. It's going to be a wild ride, guys. It's going to be crazy. And I was focused mainly on the Atlantic conveyor belt. I also got the Tower moment. So, and even in the other deck, I got Dark Energy, the 9 of Swords, just all being worried. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that, and Sheila, you and I were texting about this last night a little bit, how we need to change our priorities. What is important to us? How many plastic bags do we need to put in our refrigerator? There's a whole shift, and here's the King of Coins. That King of Coins is not going to be king anymore. There's going to be new information that's coming out that's going to upset all of this stuff, and we're going to have to reprioritize what is important to us in the future. I don't know what that means, but we've just taken too much and not given back enough. And on that happy note, I'll leave it to somebody else.
Good luck. Good luck to you. We're all gonna die. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. It's okay. But it's gonna be a fun ride.
Here we go. Here we go with that laughing.
Listen, if we're all gonna die, I've really got to change my shirt.
Yes, here we go. Make sure we have.
I need to freshen up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, am I next, or are you going to go? No, you should end it, Sheila, because you always bring it together for all of us.
Oh.
Okay. I started with the Queen of Cups, and for me, the Queen of Cups she's like the loving mother. So it's like, even though we think it's like mommy is going to take care of it. I don't know what mommy's doing, but somehow she's going to make it okay. Because for me, she's really mommy more than all the other queens, right? She's like mommy that kisses your boo-boo and everything. You know what I mean? She's that mommy. Then I got the Hanged Man. So it's kind of a pause, kind of a, let's look at things upside down. We have to see things from a new angle, from a larger spiritual perspective. Because he hangs himself on the tree upside down to see the different realms of energy, right? Then I got the Moon, right? So it's a mysterious path, but however, in the Moon, the path is there. And you see how it winds? It's sort of like the way it winds. It's like part of us doesn't really understand how this works. We really don't we think we know how it works, but we don't really know how it works. There's something spiritual and mysterious about it. And then so I know everyone sees this. I don't see this as a negative card. This is the end of a way of thinking and a new dawn beginning. The end, because 10 is completion, the end of a way of thinking and a new dawn coming through.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is moving forward because she's done with the past. It's like we got to really concentrate and be right. There's plenty of abundance in the ocean. Every scientist, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. I have more degrees than you do. Okay, I'm half fish and I know better. Maybe Aquaman will show up and tell us what to do. But I ended up.
I want him to be my husband.
Aquaman's hot.
Hello. I know. Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, you can keep them all. Aquaman is the one. The one and only. Oh my God.
I don't care if there's no water around. Bring me Aquaman.
Poor Jeffrey. We divert. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I'm an Aqua Woman type of guy. So.
That's fine. No issue. No problem.
We won't hold it against
Aqua Woman and her sisters, as far as I'm concerned. This is a very profound card. So for me, this card, okay, first of all, it's Gabriel, right? Which is the strength of the Lord, the message of the Lord. It's about using your intuition, hearing the message. This is the union of spirit and, because a cross is the union of the vertical and the horizontal, which is the integration of spirit and material. And this is the second to last card in the deck. So this is a completely new awareness. It's like, oh, I really understand the lesson now on every level, right? Because this is just before the completion of the world. So the Judgment card is a wonderful card. It's like, I really, really, really understand what's going on. I have really gotten the lesson and I'm ready to be reborn. This is like being reborn in a way that, you know, you don't have to die to be reborn. This is like a completely new awareness, a new awakening. It's like, oh, now I really understand. So, yeah, we're going to go through it, and it's going to be really strange. And there's going to be a lot of, you know, and there's turbulent water and a lot of emotion. But I think, you know, we'll eventually we're going to be fine. The angels.
So, are you saying we're not all going to die? Because
Yes.
I was saying, okay. Well, I like your reading better. And to add on to what you were saying with the Judgment card, and Gabriel is the angel of healing. So even though I may disagree with you a little bit on that, we have plenty in the ocean. I mean, we do, but not the way that we're managing it right now. Right. We're going to kill it off. But you're uplifting Gabriel, the angel of healing. I mean, we will survive, but we can't.
I'm going to go.
Just need to change.
I'm going to go super deep on this. You're talking about the whole. This thing, you know, mathematically, we're talking an X and Y axis. And it's really not all about the axis. It's about all the elements on the graph in between.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really important.
And that's why I threw 4 cards, because I wanted the 4 corners. I wanted the 4 elements. So initially I threw 4, and then I was like, I'm going to throw another 4 on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
I mean, I love it. I love that.
That's cool.
So
it's very good reading.
Wow. I used my these cards that I have here. I wish I could
cards? Is that what the T is?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of them, but they're symbol. They use symbols. These cards. So they use
those cards. These cards.
It's these cards. These right here.
So they use symbols, right? So they use symbols on this. And so the first one is, here's the garden. Now, my cards are very famous for giving me a backstory before it goes forward. They do that constantly for me. Right. So the garden. But the garden was that the wild within, but which will lose, we will win. The garden, there was abundance. It was like humanity started looking at the ocean as with abundance. Ooh, we could harness this. We can control it. We can get in there. This is all for us. This is all for us. Right? This is how they looked at the ocean. But then have you ever picked a rose, right? Do you have to use caution? The flower is beautiful, the leaves are beautiful, the way it is beautiful, but once you get in, the barbs will get you. And this is what has happened with the ocean. It's like you have now we showed you something beautiful. The flower is beautiful, but once you started to harvest our flower, our beauty, we are now going to get you. And this is kind of like the ocean. If you think about it, we always think that we're the only ones that has thinking. We're the only ones that has the energy and in the control. But the ocean, everything that we have is alive. If you ever get into any Native American teachings, the indigenous people, they tell you, the gods or the people of the buffalo people, the grass people, the cloud people. I mean, they truly believe everybody has that energy and communication with us. We are not the top, we are within. And so that's what's talking about is like, this was beautiful. Yes, there was an abundance in there, but now you're going to get, and this is right here. It talks about the card of being. It's like you have raped and pillaged my oceans. You have stripped me away from anything necessary that is going to survive. I am not going to allow you to do that. I've always said this, that the earth will remove us before it dies. I've said this a million times, that the earth is a bigger and more alive than we ever think that it is. We will be removed before this earth will die. And this is kind of how it's talking about, like, you have done this. And then it talks about the card of ending, the time to see the flame. The ending is not the ending of the earth or the ending of us. It is the end of your perception. It's almost like she's going, checkmate. What are you going to do? And I think this is where we're at this point in time, where the humans really have to really get in there and open up their eyes. And I feel that shift. I think the talking point from the beginning, instead of saying global warming, they should have said global change, because that's where the Republicans love to just throw out the global warming. Why are we cold? Why we have snow if it's global warming? Yeah. And I think the first initial rollout was they did not understand it. So I think global change is where we should always say anything that happens with the earth is global change. To say this is changing. And I do believe that the ocean may have to stop functioning for us to leave it alone. But we will survive. That's what I got.
Am I the only one that says we're all going to die?
I just like throwing my arms in the air, acting like I was running amok. We're all gonna die.
Eventually, we will. Eventually,
we will. But Sheila, you were so right, and I was thinking. I did a lot of scuba diving, and there would be people that come on the boats, and they would go collect their limit plus of whatever scallops, abalone, things like that they could get, and they would come up with over their limit and then go, here, take some so I don't get in trouble. I go, no. There was this one woman, she filled her freezer full, and every time she went out diving, she would come back with, I don't know, like 50 scallops or whatever. She didn't have enough room in her freezer.
Wow.
So they would just be wasted, or they'd have a big block party so that they could be, the great hunters. And it's just such a disrespect for what we have in our oceans, in our natural resources, which is,
we take stuff for granted, and we forget that it's their turf. Right. We don't belong everywhere. We invade, and we ruin a lot of different areas where we shouldn't be. Yeah. And Sheila, I really liked what you said about saying global change instead of global warming. That goes back to the whole thing with definitions. We're all about definitions.
Right.
And you're right. Throwing warming out there, it's like, it's 20
they don't understand. They just didn't understand.
Everything's a play on words all the time, and it's manipulation again, like usual. It's frustrating.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is that. Okay, so we have been on for over an hour, and let's see if we can get to some more.
You wanted to do Texas. You said
Texas right. Should let's do Texas.
And then could we read on something really lovely and light?
Can we read on bunnies and puppies or something? I don't know.
Well, what we'll do is, if you guys can think of 3 things to manifest, because we have the Lion's Gate today, so that's what we'll end on. Is everybody thinking about 3 things to manifest for yourself? This is not to manifest for somebody else, and I want to really explain that, because a lot of mothers are like, I really just want my child to be happy, and the truth is that that child is the only one that can manifest happiness for that child. I can want it all I want, but it's not going to really change anything. Yep. So the way we do that is I manifest happiness for me, and hopefully that I'll live that example for my child is the better way of looking at it. So and I want everybody in the chat to also think about it, and I want you to also post at least 3 things that you want to manifest in your life. Because this portal is extremely powerful. So definitely think about it. And so after we do Texas, we'll end this with the 3 manifestations. How's that, Jeffrey? Is that better?
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
Okay, good.
I think I want vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry.
Woo! He's gonna manifest that. You're gonna get that within an hour. You can have to do more manifesting.
Well, Neapolitan. So what's the
All right.
Texas question?
The Texas question is, let's start with the Governor Abbott. Let's see what his fate is. Let's see what where his career is going.
Thank you so much for inviting me last minute. It's funny because I remember seeing it coming up on my feed. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be home for that, but it kept on really saying you should watch that. You should watch that, and then it's like I could watch
on it,
and
you should be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a great time with you guys. Thank you so much, Sheila.
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm having a great time with you all too. Thank you so much.
This is
Sheila.
a really good energy. Yeah.
Group hug.
Aww.
And all the people in the
Careful,
chat.
my back.
Too. Thank you.
Hug to the chat too. We love you
Big
guys.
hug to the chat.
All right. Let's see where at Governor Abbott, and then
I
we'll
pulled. Jeffrey, did you pull?
No, I'm still shuffling. I like to shuffle. I could shuffle forever.
Go ahead, Danny, if you've already got yours.
Shuffling off to Buffalo. All right,
Exactly.
so Abbott, just like a 4-1-1 on him. He's holding on to a lot of hot irons with this, what is it, 10 of Wands. And they're just hot pokers that he's dealing with. Something new is coming up with him. I'm not quite sure what that is yet. He's very isolated. He doesn't have much warmth in this Knight of Cups. It's really stark. It's really cold. He is moving on. He's going. I don't think he's going to stick around. He needs to make a decision as to where he is going to go, but he's tied to the devil. And is that to Trump? Is that to the Republican mindset in Texas that he's tied to? I think it's just the starkness of what Texas is going through. And when I held this card up again, I just saw the the freezing of Texas that he mismanaged, and he's still going to mismanage it. And something else is going to come up in Texas that he's not going to manage well again. Sorry, Texas. I think more stuff is coming at you that he's not going to be able to help.
I got something interesting. For him, I actually got the Strength card. I think he really stands firmly on his beliefs on everything that he does. I think he really, really believes in everything that he puts out there on what he thinks is good for Texas. But he's missing the mark because I got the Hanged Man. Well, in this deck, it's the Hanged Muse. He's got the whole state kind of in a holding pattern right now with the decisions that he's making so strongly. And like I said, he's missing the mark. He's missing the point. I also got the Eight of Materials. I usually don't see the card this way, but this is him trying to juggle way too many things at the same time. And it's not to his benefit nor the rest of the state's benefit. It's not going well. Okay, just a couple more cards. I got the Seven of Materials, and this kind of piggybacks off the Courage thing. He really thinks he's planting some seeds to make it a better place. He's just so misguided. And to think about what you just said, Danny, with his partnership, I got the Two of Emotions. And there is a lot of outside influence on what he decides. And he does have some supporters, but he's missing the big picture is how I feel with this. And then ultimately, I've got the 8 of emotions, which is 8 of cups, and the 10 of voices, which is 10 of swords. And I just think this is complete failure. He's just really doing a disservice to everyone with everything that he's doing. He just does not get it. And I don't know if something will happen to make him get it, or if it's going to be at a point where it's too late and then he gets it. But that part I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a little bit of a mix here too. Okay. I start with the Knight of Pentacles. I pull this card a lot. So the Knight of Pentacles, you know, in the positive sense, the Knight of Pentacles is someone who builds foundation. But in the negative sense of the Knight of Pentacles is kind of stuck in the mud. He's kind of stuck in the mud. He can't see, you know what I mean? He's unable to really shift gears. Then I get the Hierophant, and the Hierophant in its positive sense would be, you know, bringing organization from heaven to earth in a way. But the Hierophant in its negative sense would be sort of tyrannical, right? A little like, well, it's got to be this way. And it's, you know, it's a little bit like this. It's like, oh no, it has to fit into this box. And if it doesn't fit in this box, I'm going to make it fit in this box no matter what. Even if there's not enough to fit in the box or there's too much, it's like, oh, a little bit of that. And it leads to this.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah. Then I get this more, you know, unhappy. And then I get her. Now she, even though she's almost always seen as this positive light, and she usually is, there's something about the 9. She's in a walled-in garden. She's in a walled-in garden. She's not really, it's like living in a gated community and not really understanding, like, there's other things out there. You know, it's like living in this, like,
bubble.
You know, I have money and my generator's working and, you know, everything must be fine. It's like, yeah, but the town next door just got hit by this huge storm, and, you know, it's a little bit of this blinders in a way. And then I you know, I don't want to, like, it could be flooding. It could be flooding, you know, and these people.
Houston never floods.
Yeah.
Never.
Twice. It never floods twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're refugees. These are refugees.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not, and the way I threw it was like this. I usually throw 3, but I threw it as like, this one pertains to this one pertains to this, and this pertains to this. And also, and the other thing is, like, gotta go. You know, this is very much like the refugees fleeing. Gotta go, time to go, time to go. So it doesn't really look very good. And I think because he has this very limited thinking. That's the key. The key is that limited thinking. It's like, you know, if you're any kind of business person, it's sort of like you got to roll with what is going on, what's not going on. It's like we need more of this stuff that we're selling out front right now, and then the stuff that's not really selling, we need to get rid of on sale right away. You know, you have to, like, roll with it. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to be successful.
Right.
The man has no flexibility at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Speaking of no flexibility,
flexible.
Why'd you say that?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kick you out.
And
I hit the enter key on my thingamajigger.
It's like you piss somebody off in Texas, and they're like, "He's out of here."
No.
You know, when you were reading that, you know, you started off on Abbott, and I'm going, but this is Texas. What he is, he's part of, I mean, he's leading Texas, And even though, you know, he thinks he's in his own little cage or whatever, in his own garden, as you said, it affects the whole state, and it's part of the nation, so it affects the whole nation to some degree. And when you were reading, I'm going, this is Texas. What is up? What is going on? It's just so sad.
And it, you know, any business that you go into, it all stems from the top, right? Yeah. So I worked in restaurants for a long time, and I could walk into a restaurant now and say, this is not a good place to work. I could feel it all the way through.
All the way down.
All the way through. And that's what this card is about too, right?
Yeah.
Wherever the leader head is and their structure, it trickles all the way through.
Right. And you can't make the food good if you're dealing with all that messy energy.
Right. You can have good food and crappy atmosphere.
Yeah. And the meal's not good.
That's right.
Like, get the food out of here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'll eat a piece of toast in the most fabulous restaurant.
Right. Get a glass of water. Just be in there. If the atmosphere is great, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So after we're doing the Abbott, then we're going to go to the state of Texas and how they're perceiving him. So just beware of that. So this right here is the interesting part about this is, you know, the Seven of Wands upright is already not really a good card, right? The Seven of Wands defending your territory, being that like this, but his came in inverted, where it's like being your worst enemy. He is literally being his worst enemy in this whole thing. And I have a feeling that since this card up of being the worst enemy and the word giving up, I wonder if he goes home and has that feeling on a regular basis of giving up. Because, you know, the law of attraction works for these people as well. Do you know, look at the law of attraction worked really well for Trump. He hated everybody and now everybody hates him. He wanted everybody else to lose and he's the one that lost, right? The law of attraction works. And I think the law of attraction is working with him too, that giving up, because that is where his mind is like, I'm being my worst enemy, losing the battle. He's losing the battle. So that was the first cup. And then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is always, the cups are always to me, somebody else may have another interpretation, but the Page of Cups is that 18-year-old that just got graduated from high school, going into college with that immaturity. And this is the Page of Cups, the immature emotions. And he just doesn't have an emotional intelligence to handle what he is doing. And because the Hangman came next, like he thinks he's doing the right thing, but he just doesn't have the emotional maturity to hang it. So he knows that the Hangman is coming, that Hangman, that surrender, that retreat at one point in time, because this is another thing that tells me that he's giving up, and that surrender and that retreat. He is being his own worst enemy, and he really wants to kind of get out of this. He's really kind of tired of it, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, he's tied up. Right? He's tied up with what he has to do. He is a fall from grace. He is. This is he has fallen from grace. He has fallen from who he is. He is now beholden to something else, whether it be the Republicans or whoever, whatever it is. I don't even know if it's the Republicans anymore. I don't even know if it's Trump anymore. It just seems more deeper, darker, and more controlling every time I look at that energy. So he's beholden. He has fallen from grace. He has chosen a path that he should never have chosen. And then I got the Sun, which is inverted. That loneliness, that isolation, the lack of success. I don't think he's going to get through. I don't think his career is going to go forward. Texas is pretty done with him. Yeah. And not only that, so the Texas is against him in his own thoughts and his own belief, right? And he is against him. So that law of attraction is going to catch up with him. Is what the first thing that came to mind, where he's his worst enemy, and it's going to happen. So let's read one more about the state of Texas and the people that are in Texas and how they feel about him, and then we'll go into our manifestations. I like doing both sides because it gives a full round picture of it.
So we're doing how the people feel about him in Texas.
Yes, how the people feel. The majority of the people in Texas feel about Governor Abbott and what's been going on with the Republicans, and see where we're at. I learned that lesson one time. I did a reading on Trump, and it came out that he was strong and he was this and he was that. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And then it dawned on me, that's because that's what he believes. That was the energy that I picked up on.
Yeah.
So I had to do the opposite. What did everybody believe about him? And then we got the truth. Where he was coming from.
Right.
So let's do the people of Texas and see how that is.
I know sometimes somebody shows up to a party and you know that they feel that they look fantastic, and you say to yourself, what did you put on? Oh my God.
Like, where are your friends to tell you?
Oh, I have so much style. It's like, you have so much bad taste. You know?
Right.
Oh, I think I'll wear it upside down. Great.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll go first since you guys all have your head down.
All right.
So I am using my shamanic dream cards, oracle cards. So what do the people of Texas feel about Governor Abbott? Closing the door, completion. They're seeing him as done. They want it's time for him to go. Why? Because he stole their dreams. Wow. So he is the dream thief. There was at the bottom of it, it said refusal of the call. So he had a call to help the people of Texas, and he refused to do it. And they see it. They saw that with the winter power outage and all those people suffering. The list just goes on and on and on. They're seeing how he's not stepping up to the plate. And what they want is they want inspiration. They want the joyful muse. They want the cat playing the fiddle.
Don't we all?
And right. So they're kind of done with him, and they are closing the door on him.
All right.
That's what my cards are saying.
With me, I got kind of a dichotomy here going on with two things. I got the 10 of Pentacles, but I also got the Hermit. And I think there are some people in Texas that still kind of think he's the dude, and that's the happy family right there. But then there are the ones that feel like they feel so alone. And then that represents the whole Hermit thing there. There is a lot of heartbreak. 3 of Swords. They're disappointed. You know, those that did back him and no longer back him, they are totally let down. And I think that they feel like they are in survival mode. Very much so. It's tough. And they're trying to get through it and try to understand how they got to this place, you know? They just woke up one day and here they are. And something that they hope for, I got the Death card, rebirth. Again, it's change. And this is a lot of what you said, Danny, too. That they want a change. They don't know how they're going to get that change. They don't know how quickly it's going to happen, but that's definitely in their signs.
Right.
And I'll leave on a happy note with this one. I did get 3 of Cups. I think somehow the state has come together somehow. I do think they have found some element of unity, you know, among all this poo that's been slinging around with this whole thing. I think it really has brought maybe people that had opposing thoughts. I think it has brought them together. So that's what I'm feeling with that card.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you know, and the other, for me, the other part of the reading was hearing that ding, 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 ding in the background. And I'm
that
saying,
was my phone. Sorry.
Yeah,
it was like the happiness wizard.
Saying, time's up. Yeah, for him. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, time's up.
Time is up.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. You know, and there's a lot of people that do like him in Texas. I mean, Texas is very, I forgot the word. that I wanted to use. But independent, they've always had that independent streak. But there is going to be something that brings them all together. They are very proud. It's a great state, and they just need to get back to it again.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Jeffrey? Yep. Oh.
Well. And here we go. Oh. Good night, everybody.
Darn the luck for that. Yes. Looking for
something new in Texas. I was thinking, can you imagine being in your house and that storm comes and okay, so it's a freak storm. There's water coming out of the thing and then it freezes. And then it's like, well, we're just going to keep our same grid. Even if you lie and say we're going to attach to the grid of the rest of the state because weather is really wacky now. Yeah. And, the great thing about the 50 states is that we can all help each other out, right?
Right.
And if you're not tuning into that, well, then why are you here? I don't. So can you imagine living through that and then voting for that again? Are you kidding me?
Right.
That's right. And I also feel like this is how they feel. They feel trapped. They feel trapped.
Yeah.
And, the Magician is a very interesting card. The Magician can be this verbal manipulator. The Magician especially is like this very verbal, like I say this, but I mean that. There's a lot that the Magician could be that. And I got two pages. So I got 2 pages. In 2 pages, it's like, I'm ready for something else. I'm ready. There's something floating around in the back, and I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something new. And this is also, I'm ready for something new because you're communing with spirit. I know it's backwards. You're communing with spirit. There's part of this energy of this meditation is like, I'm trying to hear what the spirit's saying to me, right? Because he's in the church. And the 5 is the ultimate change card. A change of fortune.
Mm-hmm.
A change of fortune. So the decision here is, and you have to, it depends how you're reading the card. Am I leaving the church, right? Or am I going toward it? And am I going to stay with this person I'm with, or am I going to leave them out in the cold and go into the warmth of the church? What am I going to do? This is the change. The 5s are always the precipice of the 1 and 10. It's like, which way are we going to go? And if I've already been out in the cold and I already had that experience, and there was an icicle hanging from my ceiling, I already had that experience. I remember it. I don't think I really want to have that experience again. I think I want to have an experience of being near the fire. I want to have an experience, you know what I mean? It's like, I know what it's like to have frostbite. Thanks.
Right.
So, and I feel just change. So that's what I get from this whole reading.
Fantastic. I also got the fear of the unknown. I have a feeling these people have been functioning a certain way for a very, very long time. And they are very lost. Like, do we believe in the Republicans? Do we believe in the Democrats? What do we do? Do we all go independent? They have a fear of the change, the fear of the unknown. They understand the lack of the lack of planning, and they understand the indecisiveness that their governor and the state is in. I mean, they're all sitting there going, this doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. You know, I have 50 guns on my hips, but my house is cold. I'm losing family members. You know what I mean? I can't, you know, cool myself in the summer where it gets 150 degrees out there. You know, somebody else is controlling the temperature of my home. You know, they're all like, I don't understand what's going on, because I got the Knight of Swords. It's that bravery in the conflict. You know, they have to muster up that bravery to go in and be of conflict of their own state. Because once that one person is speaking up against, you know, what, like in North Korea, if one person says anything bad about, say, Kim Jong-un, they have 3 spies that tell that Kim Jong-un, and they get killed, right? That's how they live. So they have the same thing in Texas, is they have that feeling of bravery. If I speak up, there's going to be 3, you know, Texans here. They're going to take me out because I spoke up. But what they're doing is that behind the scenes, like even the Democrats or whatever, is they're starting to work on a project. They're starting to work on how to get this done. And then they're going to craft and educate the people. This is the education. If you remember, this one right here is the 3 of Pentacles, where the guy is up on this thing, and he is teaching the community of something. So this is where they're going. I was like, okay, we need to educate them. We need to get the information out there. We need to push. So they're coming up with a plan, but they're not full on, you know, going Democratic. That's not their game plan. That probably will never be their game plan. But what they're doing is they want that change to happen, but they want it to be in their own ideals and their own. I mean, it's okay to have your own ideas as a Republican. It's okay to have your own, you know, agenda or whatever it is that they do over there, as long as you don't go into the psychic, psycho abusive portion of it. You know, they call it far right. I think that's a pleasant name to call them. Idiots, right?
Right. Definitions, more definitions. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's a pleasant name to call them.
We should write a dictionary.
We totally should. Yes, with illustrations.
All right. So I think they're just looking for a better way of doing it, and I do think that they are on the move for a change. I don't know how long it's going to be, or when it's going to manifest, but they are definitely on the right side of that. All right. So let's do the manifesting. Who wants to go first with their 3 things of manifestation?
And this is just for us personally?
Yep, I'll go first. So 3, yes, it's for us, because the manifestation is for us. So somebody told me a long time ago that if your children are having trouble, they are tethered to you. So the better you do, they rise with you. And so I never, you know, don't do it for everybody else and leave you impoverished in your own soul, in your own creation, and in your own manifestation. Make sure that you make it for you, because you are connected to everybody. You rise, they rise. And so I encourage everybody to, when they're manifesting, make sure that you're manifesting things. So like I manifest abundance. I manifest, I will always have money coming in from every source, anywhere, in any time. I always have every penny, every dime that I need to do anything and everything that I want in life. Always, constantly, and forever flowing. That's one of my manifestations for abundance. My other one is for my channel. I want my channel to always be available to anybody who needs help. I want my channel to be warm. I want it to be welcoming. I want everybody to know that they have a safe place to land, especially if they are here on my channel, that they are safe, that they will not be treated badly, that they will always be treated with respect. That's my manifestation for my channel. For my home, I manifest that when somebody comes to my home, that they feel welcomed and they feel that they are safe as well. I want my home to be beautiful and attractive and clean. I would love for it to be clean all the time. I don't have Virgo rising, but I work on it. But do you know what I mean? I manifest that energy and that flow of that as well. So those are my 3 things that I'm manifesting and putting out into the portal. So whoever's next, go for it. And
could you
anybody
say that a little slower, because you talk so fast, right? I mean, she was like,
the spiritual stenographer was like, whoa, she's got a lot of stuff to say. Good thing it's taped, you know. It was good stuff, though. Really,
yeah. I'm going to use that. I'm stealing. Well, borrowing it.
Oh, no problem.
So whoever's
I didn't think it was fast at all.
You're from New York.
It was like that was.
More southern people, we like things just a little slower.
It takes us a little while to get the hang of what's being said.
I understand.
Oh, and anybody that's in the chat, please post your manifestations as well. Get it out into the open.
Yeah.
The indigenous people and the Native American believe that once you have an idea and you have somebody else also join that energy into your idea, it gains more power.
Yes.
So this is the reason why you have a public platform to put your manifestation, and we all go, yes, we encourage that. I allow my energy to support whatever it is that you're doing, and that's where it's at. So.
And that's where this Lionsgate portal comes in. So powerfully write your intentions down, write your manifestations down, and then let them go. Let them go to the universe and spirit so that they can bring them to you. Yeah. But you got to write them down.
All right, I'd like to go next.
Sure.
I think I have something here. I also would like to manifest abundance. I'd like to have continued comfort in my lifestyle and things like that. I'd also like to manifest continued good health. I'm very fortunate, and I would like for that to continue. And I definitely want to stay on that little trail of maintaining very good health. My third thing, I would like to manifest that I continue to be surrounded by very, very positive people that will inspire me and help me to grow and help me to learn and help me to understand others and have people that understand myself as well. And I think all three of those things, I think, would make me just a happy camper.
Awesome. I want to go camping. Everybody needs a pet Gemini.
We got you, girl. We love you.
All right, Jeffrey, you're going to be last because because I'm going now.
Because I'm the oldest.
There you go.
You are the oldest.
So are you?
Is that true?
He's old.
Are you the oldest? Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So my intentions, what I want to manifest is, I think first mastering the art of technology in YouTube, because I always have a challenge with that. But I do want my channel, as Sheila said, and I love the way that she put this, where that it's a safe place for everybody to land. From the beginning, when people start talking trash about anybody on my channel, whether it's somebody that has.
Hello.
Oh,
he's just talking about technology.
No, wait. Let's send him good.
He just got hacked. Right when.
Oh, come back.
That makes a comment.
Ah!
He's back. Yes.
What?
You're back.
That was hilarious.
And you know what? I've got a ringing in my ear ever since you disappeared like that. I really did. I got to
take two.
So it's going to manifest. I am going to manifest that. The other thing that I want to manifest and bring more into my life, I want to master the art of asking and master the art of allowing. So those things, and asking for abundance and health and people around me that are supporting and me supporting other people, asking all that and allowing it to come in, which a lot of times I have a hard time allowing things to come in. Those are my 3 things.
Like that.
Very nice, Danny.
Like that a lot.
Nice. All right.
Okay. Okay. Well, the first thing, so every day when I meditate, the first thing I do is I give myself love, right? Like from the light in me, I spread love through my whole being, and then I radiate that. I radiate as if I'm the sun, but I'm not giving it away. I'm radiating away. You don't take from the principle. The sun is just the sun. And what it does is it shines. So I think of myself as the sun, and I shine. That's what I do. In the past, I always gave myself away. I didn't understand, you know? It took me a long time to get that one. Maybe this will help somebody, right? So I radiate this love and this joy, and then I radiate to the earth. She gives back to me, and like the energy changes, and it's like this loop thing. Then I'm back in my heart, and I send up to the angels. You know, and it's like this classroom. It's like a class where you have a substitute teacher who you can like totally do whatever you want, right? Like a snowball fight inside, like that kind of energy. So, okay. I don't know why I felt compelled to say that. What I'd like to manifest is joy, abundance, and healing.
Nice.
For me and for everyone that I come in contact with. And healing for me is not like I'm broken. Oh, I'm broken. I got a bum leg. Healing is just like a journey more into wholeness, more into like being the more fuller me than I am. Right? Because sometimes I think a lot of us, that's what I talked about in my Lionsgate thing for today. I think, you know, we have this like limited vision of who we are and what we are. And it's like, I think we're all so much bigger. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, okay, let that in. And it's like all of a sudden I'm like skateboarding, or all of a sudden I'm a scuba diver, or all of a sudden it's like I could speak a language I was never able to speak. It's like, oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. Like that. Yeah. A little bit like that.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm so grateful for this whole, I mean, even though COVID has been really strange and all that, when I started watching all the political readers, I'd already had a little YouTube station. I was really concentrating on doing this and painting and talking about it. And I was watching everyone. I said, I could do that. And then once I started reading really every day, like my reading has gotten like, oh my God. I can't believe how many interpretations I have for one card.
Right.
And I'm really, really grateful for it. And I'm really grateful for, you know, all the people I've been able to talk to and reach and communicate with and be part of. And I want it to continue. And I don't even know where my station's going in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like I have these fantasies. It's like, well, I think I want to do sort of this bilingual station because I practice Spanish every day.
Hola.
And like, or, you know, it's like, well, or maybe it should be more of an art thing, or maybe I don't know. But I feel like it's leading me, and I'm going to let it lead me. I don't know.
Yeah. You'll discover it as it happens, as it keeps growing. Yeah. And I think we all do that with our channel. You know, we do things that are more aligned or not aligned, or, you know, we're just discovering. And I think what you were saying about how you get so many interpretations for your cards now. I mean, I find that true.
Right.
And as we open up this spiritual portal, as we step into that, we're seeing that veil so thin now, and that we can access the other side.
Yeah.
And as we do that more and more, we get more and more information. So it's just a super exciting time, super challenging time to stay positive, but
it's exciting. I think
is.
it's an exciting time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I do too.
Yeah.
I absolutely have felt that momentum from the moment I started my YouTube channel to even today. I was afraid to show my face at the beginning. You know, empaths are like that. Empaths are always 1 to 2 degrees away from exposure, and because they know what exposure can feel like. And so I've had to grow and it's a healing, or it's a getting through. I don't even know how to describe it, but I had to walk through that. Like, exposure is not harmful, Sheila. It's okay. Everything's going to be just fine.
Yes.
And so I also definitely manifest that growth that I have going forward is always in the realm of love and light and compassion. I never want to grow into mean, cruel, or crazy. I always make sure that when I was like, okay, I have a friend that she says to Spirit, she goes, Spirit, can I learn my lessons a little easier nowadays?
Right.
And that's really what I want. You know, before I had to face plant to learn the lesson. I don't have to face plant to learn the lesson anymore.
Right.
And so that's the world that we're walking into, and it is exciting, and it is, and I want everybody to know that they can do what we do. We are not exclusive, and we're not special, and we're not, you know, this super talented. We are just learning to tap into our absolute given abilities that Spirit has given to us from birth. This is a human nature condition, not a special human condition, right? I have done a lot of work to get where I'm at, and Spirit has worked with me. And so
I love
these
the
are the
fact that
things.
your grandkids are they have their cards.
They do.
You promote all that. I love that fact about that.
That's sweet.
That's so awesome.
Their stocking stuffers are filled with cards.
I love
tools. Crystals and sage.
Yes,
so much fun.
How old are they, Sheila?
My granddaughter. Well, I started when they were earlier, but my granddaughter Elise, she is 13. I have another granddaughter who is either 14 or 15. Once they hit after 10, I forget. And then I have a grandson who is 7. And my grandson who is 7 learned. I got him out there doing my garden, right? And so I teach him how the earth and everything works together, and the energy and everything that is needed to do, and getting him prepared to learn about the energies of the world. And I think gardening is where a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old can get that concept right off the bat. But that's a whole nother book.
What a unique foundation you're setting for them. They are so
I hope so.
That is so cool.
Nobody did that for me. Let me tell you,
Right.
I was 6 out of 7 children in my family, and they literally forgot about the baby. They literally forgot about the baby. I'm like, nobody's fed the baby today. You know what I mean? I had to figure it all out. But that was back then. I mean, I was born in 1968. That was back then. And so with learning that and growing up going, I will not be that kind of grandmother. I will not be that person, has really motivated for that. But thank you. I appreciate that. I got that message a long time ago when my first grandchild showed up, and I'm holding her, and the Spirit's telling me, you need to make sure she knows your way of life. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, I get to do that. I'm the grandmother, right? I can take them off into the woods and act like fairies. You know what I mean?
That's
so
great.
great.
If you come with me,
fantastic.
When you come to visit me in New York, you could act like a fairy anytime you want.
I'm on it.
24-hour fairy.
Yeah.
I'm doing that over his birthday. His birthday's in November, so I'm going to go visit him in November.
Cute.
I'm so
Love
excited. I want you to come for so much longer. You have no idea all the plans that I have.
Well, I have no idea what's gonna happen. It may happen that way. But Danny, you were gonna say something. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna just make a joke about, you were talking about something about, you had 3 things: mean, cruel, and crazy.
Yeah.
And then you get to take your kids out, you know, and teach them all about fairy stuff and crazy things like that. And I said, so mean, cruel, and crazy. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right.
Crazy.
Right?
Yes.
So you got that crazy thing. You're going to hang with that crazy thing for a while, but the mean and cruel, no.
Yeah. No more mean, cruel. Yeah. Well, there's a difference.
Timing is everything, and that timing was so off.
This is true. But yeah, so we can all manifest that we learn our lessons with love and light.
Yeah.
And this is the absolute truth. Anything that we do in our life going forward, we can energize it. Now, there's also somebody asked us, I can't hear my guides. And this is always something that was explained to me. Your guides and your angels are like gentlemen. They will not interfere into your life until they are invited. So if you are struggling and you cannot hear your guides or your higher power or whatever it is, please take that moment to invite them into your life and invite them into that problem. And that is because free will is a real thing, and they will allow you to figure it out. And one of the biggest moments I've ever had is when I invited them into my life to help me do everything, literally. That is when I started co-creating, and the ease of life came abundantly. So that's my my ending thought. So does anybody else have anything?
That was a perfect ending thought.
I want to end on that.
All right.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. And we missed Lori. Lori would have been a fabulous add to this evening or this day.
Thank you
or
for
this
the invitation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Had a great time.
Well, I asked when Nina, I also invited Nina, but she apparently has a girlfriend. She texted me and she said that she had a girlfriend in town, so she wasn't able. So I also asked Nine from Nine's Corner to be with us. But all righty, everyone. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And thank you, everybody, for being here. And everybody smile, because this is the last picture, so make it good.
All right.
Make
Peace
it
and love,
pretty.
everybody.